Hey, Tiger fans, Ben Rosenbaum here for the Towson Sports Network for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. And as always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Diane Richardson. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Good, I'm doing well. Trying to
Good.
stay warm.
Yes.
Uh, so let's talk about the Northeastern trip. You go up there, you split with the Huskies. First game, business as usual. It seemed like, another 30-point night for Kiana Jeter. Siobhan Smith scoring well. What did you think of your team's first performance against the Huskies?
Well, the first game was pretty much like I had planned it, defensively, getting defensive stops. I think we had a great fourth quarter where we turned it around, scored, got lots of stops and scored. So I was pretty pleased with the outcome.
And then in game two, kind of just a rough shooting night all the way around. You do get really big performances from Sky Williams with 20 and Allie Kubeck with 18. But, we'll talk about them in a second. But Melo kind of falls off. Only 1 of 7 from the floor, just 2 points. Before we talk about Sky and Allie, what did you see happening with Melo, and for that matter, people like Siobhan Smith and Aaliyah Nelson as well, who also struggled to score the ball?
Well, Melo was sick. So, feeling really, really bad and, throwing up and all of that other stuff. So she wasn't ready to play. And she tried and tried, but just couldn't do it. And so we lost her production. For Scoop and Aaliyah, I thought they needed to shoot the ball more. They didn't. Of course, in hindsight, watching film, they got to see that they needed to step up. And we expect them to at least contribute what they're typical of contributing each game, if not more.
And then on the positive note, though, you look at the production you get from a Sky Williams and an Allie Kubeck. Sky, somebody who we've been waiting for, like a huge breakout game. We all knew about her ability to score the basketball, and this was by far arguably her best game doing that.
Yes.
And then Allie Kubeck, someone who we saw some flashes from early on. Once we got into conference play, she simmered down a little bit, but kind of getting back into the form the last couple of games, it seems like, for her.
Yeah, with Sky, we know she has the ability to score. And, she had that opening where she did that and knew that we needed some scoring punch and went about doing what she can do. And we were really, really pleased with that. Allie, of course, like you said, has had some times where she is kind of shy, on the court. But I think, this weekend or last weekend was a time for her to just bust out, feel confident in herself, and just play her style of basketball. And she did that.
As we move forward now, taking a look at the Drexel Dragons coming into town. Drexel, the last couple of years, especially under your tenure, has become a little bit of a more of a rivalry. The buzzer beater with Nikaya, the CAA championship game. There's always, really competitive games between Towson and Drexel. How do you prepare? I mean, it's similar to a JMU or Delaware. What goes through the locker room on a Drexel week or the game leading up to Drexel? Is there a little bit more chatter? Is there a little bit more energy getting ready for a rival-like team?
Well, it has to be a lot more energy for a team like Drexel because they do run the ball. They will use almost every second of the shot clock. Lots of movement, lots of patterns, lots of cuts. And so we've got to be energized and being able to play some defense against that type of system team.
And you mentioned their system. Of course, Drexel going through a coaching change during the offseason with Denise Dillon departing and Amy Mallon taking over for Drexel. Have you seen much of a change? I mean, she was the longtime assistant in there under Coach Dillon. Have you seen much of a change into what they were doing in previous years to what they do now?
Well, they perfected what they've done in previous years. I mean, Amy's doing a good job, obviously, being under Denise for so long. I mean, I would say that system is probably Denise and Amy's system. So there's not much of a change. She's very confident in what she's doing coaching-wise, and they are following the script.
Looking at Drexel, the name that pops out for everybody is Hannah Nihil, who's been kind of a star for them ever since she set foot on campus. But they get production from other spots. Kashana Washington, Mariah Leonard, Mara Hendrickson. They all can do it. Everybody can kind of – it's like you said, it's a system, and everybody has their role to play, and everyone does their role really well. But talk to me a little about Nihil. She's not very big, but she's really able to make a huge impact on the floor.
Yeah, very feisty. Nihil is the Energizer Bunny. I mean, she plays the entire game, and she knows that toughness is going to win out sometimes. And so she's very tough in her game. She follows loose balls. She's on the floor. She's running. And so, we've got to be prepared for her, knowing that as she goes, so does her team. And so they're going to probably be just as energetic and play team basketball.
Defensively for Drexel, something they've been very good at for years is really, as you said, they slow the game down, but they're also just very good. They're very disciplined in their assignments. What do you do to prepare a team for that? And how do you think your offense is going to do against a team that is very methodical and likes to take the air out of the ball?
Yeah, they do like to take the air out of the ball. I'm confident in our defense that we've been stepping up a little in our defense. And so we can ward against that. I know we don't want to play defense for 30 seconds, so we've got to do something in that time frame. But on the other side, I'm really confident in our offense as well. So, I'm confident in our team that we will do what we need to do to come out victorious this weekend.
All right. The Tigers and Dragons hit the floor at CQ at 1 o'clock, and you can catch the game on Flow Sports both Saturday and Sunday. I'll have the call. Coach, thanks for taking some time for us today, and good luck against Drexel.
Thanks so much, Ben.